So in this video, we're going to use the power rule to find the slope of a graph. So the idea is we have a function f of x equals x to the fifth, and we want to know the slope of the graph of f of x when x is equal to 1 and when x is equal to -2. And the key idea here is that if you have a graph, the slope of the line that's tangent to the graph at a point is the slope of the graph at that point. So for example, when x is equal to -1, we can plug 1 in. We get f of 1 equals 1 to the fifth power is just 1. So the ordered pair 1, 1 is on the graph of f of x. And at that point on f of x, there is a tangent line. And the slope of that tangent line is the same as the slope of the graph at that point. And we know that the derivative f prime, so the derivative f prime of x, describes the slopes of all of the tangent lines to the graph of f of x. So to get the slope of the tangent line when x is equal to 1, I would just calculate f prime of 1, and that would be the slope of the tangent line at that point, which is also the slope of the graph. Similarly, if we plug in -2 to our function f of x, we get -32. So the ordered pair -2, 32 is on the graph of f of x. And if we want to know the slope of the graph at that point, we just need to find the slope of the tangent line at that point. So we need to find f prime of -2, the x-coordinate of that point on the graph. So we need the derivative of f of x. So f prime of x is going to equal d dx. Take the derivative of x to the fifth. But x to the fifth is in the form x to the a, and because it's in the form x to the a, we can use the general power rule to find the derivative. So the power rule says bring the 5 down in front into the coefficient position on x, and then reduce the exponent by 1. So 5 minus 1 is 4. So this is the function that describes the slope of every line that is tangent to the graph of f of x. But we need to calculate the slope at 2 specific points on the graph. So when x is equal to 1, we get f prime of 1 equals 5 times 1 to the fourth, which is just equal to 5. So the slope of the line is 5. Go up 5 over 1. The slope of this line is 5. And at x equal to -2, we calculate f prime of -2, which is going to equal 5 times -2 to the fourth power, which is equal to 5 times 16, which is equal to what? 50 plus 30 is 80. So the slope is 80 right there. So f prime of -2 gives us a slope of 80. So the graph is a lot steeper at this point than it was over at this point. Go up 80 over 1 to get back on the graph.